What's going on? This is the Gamer Buff. It's a weekly rundown of gamer news. Thank you guys for being here. I'm Jefferson Carps with the Gamer Buff, Dove Larson. There he is. What's going on, Dove?
Not much. How you doing, Carps?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to hit the news. I'm really excited for this show because I'll tell you, we're going to start with Ubisoft because this show, the Gamer Buff, has basically become Ubisoft Weekly, and I love it. Because Ubisoft is such a massive inferno spreading rapidly over a never-ending sea of garbage, and it is fascinating to me. These guys are non-stop gaming content, and I don't mean games to play. I mean things to talk about. Here's the latest. Ubisoft is looking to sell off its core assets, whatever the hell that means, while also denying any and all rumors that they will further delay Assassin's Creed Shadows. They say the game is set, the game is ready, and the release is still set for February 14th, 2025. What's going on? Talk to me about Ubisoft.
They're coming off defensive, Carps. I mean, that's the main part of the story. Frederick Duget, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But he said the game was apparently feature complete, like you're saying. But
yeah, that's their CFO.
CFO, yeah,
okay,
at Ubisoft.
Ubisoft CFO, Frederick Dujet.
And yeah, he's coming off very defensive. They wanted to make sure that the delivery of the experience was impeccable on day one, which honestly, that just like every game that you release should be perfect when you release it. Like, at least that should be the goal. I'm not saying everything's perfect, but you would think, yeah, duh. Why wasn't that taken for the November 12th release? Like, why did you if it was so complete, why'd you have to push it? But again, he continues to be defensive in a couple different articles, and one where he's saying we continue to explore the sale of non-core assets as part of our broader strategy to focus on our two core verticals: open world adventures and GaaS native experience. So as well as financial flexibility. Basically,
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
That was his quote. What the hell is he talking? You know what that is? Corporate mumbo jumbo nonsense corporate talk. Put on a suit and tie, say a bunch of fucking words.
Right.
Nobody, you know what that does? That scares everyone who works for Ubisoft, and it confuses the hell out of everyone who doesn't, because nobody knows what you're talking about, because none of that means anything.
It doesn't mean a damn thing. And like, honestly, if you're going to sell some like IP, some intellectual properties, some titles, tell people what you're thinking about. I know you might not have a great advantage when you're trying to, negotiate with Tencent or whoever you're selling it to. But, like, people's lives are at stake with these jobs. Yeah. You could be upfront with your gamers. We would appreciate the transparency. But, like, that's not what's going to happen.
I'll tell you what's happening here. This release of AC Shadows originally was set for November 12th this year. They delayed it until February 14th of 2025. This company doesn't know what they're doing. There might be a buyout. There might not be a Ubisoft for much longer. And the real issue here is that their most recent release, Star Wars Outlaws, was such a disaster upon release that they're a little shell-shocked. They got PTSD. They're afraid of blowing this because it's all they have left is Assassin's Creed and this upcoming release, AC Shadows. That's all they have left. Everything this company has built is riding on this, and they're afraid of the release, and they're double checking, they're triple checking, they're quadruple checking. That's what the delay is about.
Yeah.
Some corporate BS speech doesn't do anything for me. That's exactly what's happening. They're afraid of the release. They're afraid to blow this.
Yeah. And I honestly think they're afraid of all the other releases. Stalker 2 is coming out, the new Indiana Jones is coming out. All in that time frame. They're afraid of getting their clocks clean.
Oh, they're absolutely. They're ducking the ghost of Yotai.
Bingo. Now they're going to have to worry with them. So I don't think there's really a good strategy for them. And now it looks from Insider and X1 plus 2 podcaster Tom Henderson saying that Ubisoft is looking to have a release of Assassin's Creed games every 6 months. So 2 every year for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I,
Tom Henderson, he's a Ubisoft insider, has his own podcast. And here's the thing about Tom Henderson: he's really trusted because he's always right.
he's often right, yes.
And he is an insider. He knows what's going on with Ubisoft, and he's saying this is the plan. It's his rumor, but the guy's always right. The plan for Ubisoft, as you say, is to release a new Assassin's Creed game every 6 months for the next decade. 20 Assassin's Creed games, 20 new games over the next 10 years. I don't see it happen.
I mean, if they have to double down on their most popular title, and that is Assassin's Creed. It's their best-selling franchise that they own. It's one of the best of all time. Like, it's smart to double down. I don't know if you need one every 6 months. I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. I have been from the start. Not everyone's the best, but if I got one every 6 months, serious fatigue, man.
Well, talk about it like if they're pumping out an Assassin's Creed every 6 months, just look at your playtime, right? Look at your runtime on this game. You're playing an Assassin's Creed game. You're really good and you fly through it and you beat it in 40 to 50 hours.
Yeah, those are about the average for the newer ones.
Trying to capture everything, trying to find everything there is about the game. You're over 100 hours.
Yep. Yeah.
If they're pumping out a game every 6 months, what are we looking at?
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to start looking more linear. Like Mirage was the beginning of the end of those open world versions that we had. And you could see them really narrowing down the map. And I think it's just going to be a very linear build. And you're just going to go through a very shortened, maybe 10, 15 hour type game, which I'm not totally against. But, if they better be dropping that price if they're going to be throwing out those kind of games. But, we'll see. I think it has to be that because that's the only way you can cut costs with development, just be able to cookie cutter copy paste your last couple games and tweak a few things here and there. That's
so you're going to be paying a ridiculous subscription fee to be playing basically the same Assassin's Creed game every 6 months, if they can even do that. They can't even get one out in time. I love Ubisoft. I love them because it's just nonstop content of everything that's wrong with the gaming industry right now. They sum it up, and they sum it up so well. Right. And we'll check back with them in a week. Dov, I want to take a break from the news because we haven't done this in a while, but this hit me this week, and I need to blast to the past. I need a retro rewind. This game I'm talking about is a brilliantly entertaining puzzle strategy game. Came out originally for the PC in 91. I played it on Super Nintendo in 1992, and I played it for hours. Lemmings.
Oh, my God. What a good game, dude.
Lemmings. I know it's one of your all-time favorites.
Yes, yeah, it is. I've put a lot of hours into that game.
So Lemmings, what you do is you guide a group of lemmings through each level to advance. So they come out the trapdoors from a start point. They all just follow each other. They walk in a straight line. You have to figure out exactly how to get them from that start point to the exit of the level. And there's a bunch of obstacles in the way. You have a certain number. You have to get a certain number of your lemmings. You have to save them in order to advance. Yeah. Meaning in some levels, you're going to have to sacrifice one or more of these cute little guys. You're going to have to strap a bomb onto them to blow up a wall, for example.
Yeah, so the rest can live.
And each level has a timer, so you better get thinking and fast. It's a challenging game. It really makes you think, and it's fun as hell. You have skills to assign to your lemmings, specific lemmings. You have builder, climber. You have the blocker.
Yep.
There's 8 different skills you can choose from. You want a thinker of a game. You want a game where you actually feel really proud about advancing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go play Lemmings.
Oh, my God.
I love Lemmings. It is a retro blast. That's why we do the retro blast, Dove. And you brought up something earlier when we were out in the Aaron Garagers about
I could nerd all day. But
about the makers of Lemming.
Yeah, DMA Studios. It's the beginning of Rockstar North, which is the maker of Grand Theft Auto. That's like the beginning of Grand Theft Auto. Basically, the story kind of goes that the publisher of Lemmings kind of took the IP and ran when they pushed off DMA, and DMA had to start off a new IP or try to make a new game, and of that became Grand Theft Auto. Like there's a lot more to it, but
the bottom line is
kind of what happened.
The people, this retro throwback, I'm telling you to go play Lemmings. The people who made Lemmings made Grand Theft Auto. That's the bottom line.
A lot of the same people. Yeah.
Pretty damn
core group. Yes.
All right, Dove. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's coming up soon. It's coming out in December. Let's talk about your boy, Todd Howard.
Oh, God.
Todd Howard, who you love to hate. He just has to be in the news. He just has to be in the news.
He's got to hear himself talk all the time. And he wants a reporter in front of him so they can record it. And, know how awesome he thinks he is.
Yeah. So, I mean, what happened here?
Well,
he volunteered some information.
Yeah. He said that when he was auditioning for Indiana Jones, Troy Baker, am I getting that right? Yeah. Troy Baker was auditioning, and he told him straight to his face, like, you're not the guy. You're not the guy that we see as being it. You're not the one for us, but we'll, let you audition. Later on, through all the tests, he admitted, he's like, all the fans are saying that you're the one. You're tested off the charts. I mean, like, he just had to tell people that he told this actor who is, Last of Us character, great actor.
Yeah,
you're no
Joel
good.
In the Last of
Us. You got no chance.
Yeah,
you're not. What are you doing here?
You're not the guy for my game. Yeah,
but we'll finish this just so it, it's a morale booster for you. But God, what a jerk, man! That's all I gotta say about Todd Howard.
You love Todd Howard.
What a jerk!
Here's the thing: like, why would you come out and volunteer that information?
Right? Why do you want people to know?
Because you have to be in the news, stuff. Which, like, this man is a character. He's Todd Howard, and he's in it for Todd Howard. And Indiana Jones and the Great Circle should be called Todd Howard and the Todd Howard, because that's why he's in this.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, like, don't we need a guy like this in gaming? A big
absolutely.
Name like this, Todd Howard.
We need someone to hate. Man. Yeah, we need this guy just because, like, you want to punch him. He's that ultimate, like, one-upper. Everyone has one in their group. Like, oh my God, I could bench press that entire group of people over there if they were standing on the table. Like that guy. That's Todd Howard, and he's a jerk. And Troy Baker, I've seen a couple clips of him as Indiana Jones. He did great in Last of Us, by the way. I thought he nailed it. So, Todd Howard, you're a moron. Yeah, I think what he should have learned from this whole ordeal is that you're losing touch with what is good in gaming and everything, really. So let other people take the torch. And let other people start making your IPs and titles and stuff. Yeah,
that's what you say. Todd Howard, keep talking. Keep talking, buddy. Keep doing interviews. I love you so much. Dove, let's finish this off here. What's going on with Remedy and 505 games?
All right. Well, 505 is as a result of losing control, the IP. Hey, you like what I did there?
I liked it.
Well,
no Todd Howard, but I liked it.
They're closing some offices, 3 offices, and they're losing about 10 employees from their studio, which totally sucks. But Remedy is trying to gather all their IPs and all their titles and stuff, because it looks like they're trying to do something with not only making a bunch more series and franchises branching off of that, but also they're looking to get into TV and streaming and stuff. So, like, they're getting control so they can, move into other directions. And, I think it's great, but it just stinks for the 505 games closing, because Control was a great game and they had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's their biggest IP that they no longer own.
Right.
So Remedy bought the Control IP. And they're going to do big things with this game. Just tell us about Remedy, because the track record is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, like, they've got a list of great games. Max Payne series is what I known them first for, and I love those games.
And
Max Payne.
And
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
Yeah, Alan Wake is probably Alan Wake 2 is probably my favorite game right now.
Yep.
I'm replaying that. Oh, it's such a great game. I love that series. Control, obviously. I mean, they got some good games, and they're working on the remake right now of that. They have some other in the works with 505 Studios. They're working on a project called Concord, which kind of looks like Control multiplayer type game. So that looks pretty awesome. Or at least sounds pretty great.
So I mean, is for 505, man, that's just we're so used to that these days. I mean, everybody seems to be struggling. So
right.
This sucks for 505, but for Control and for Remedy, that's great.
Yeah, they can move forward with Control 2 in a good pace, and they said they're looking like they're right on pace for production in 2025. So hopefully,
there we go. Dove.
Yeah.
What's coming up Monday? What do we got? We got a gamer review. We got a digital deep dive. What do we got?
Yeah, we got a deep dive. We're looking at the best-selling video game franchises of all time. Top 10 with an asterisk.
Top 10 with an asterisk. So like a top 11 or 12, maybe.
Yeah, top 11, basically, yes.
We ran through these out in the Aaron Garagers pre-show, and I did pretty well.
You did very well. Yeah, I can't believe...
Just blindly guessing these, did pretty well.
Yeah, you did great. You did a fantastic job. I don't want to give too many away, but you got the number one, which, I think people can overthink what the number one selling franchise could be.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it, but check it out Monday because, might blow you away. And there's been some movement the last week, too. So
yeah, somebody made a big jump just in the last few days. So that's early Monday morning at Two Hats and a Beard. It's out early Monday morning, best-selling gamer franchises of all time. Early Monday and for the rest of the time at Two Hats and a Beard, Dove's Digital Deep Dive. Jim Adams, get in here, you son of a gun. You sniveling little shit. Get over here. Go on. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks.
Have you been eating this week?
No, I'm kind of losing my mind. Yeah, no eating, no going to the bathroom.
You look a little like you look a little slender manish.
I know. Well,
the people can't see you right now. They can see you at Two Hats and a Beard, the live stream, but they can't see you here.
I mean, still svelte, still great jawline, but a little, just.
Okay, I know this is a gamer program, but you're New York Yankees, lifelong Yankee fan. Embarrassed in the World Series. It's over.
Embarrassed is a strong word. Yeah.
Totally embarrassing. Game 5 loss.
And accurate. Yeah.
They didn't belong in the same field as the Dodgers. How do you doing okay or?
I'm hanging in there. First we had the Brewers heartache. Now this. It's just been a rough postseason. I'll be okay though.
All right. Clean it up. What do we miss?
No, you were great. You guys nailed it. Sweet.
That's it? No one-liners or
no bad dad joke?
It's not my style. No,
okay, well then let me ask you this. Lemmings. Super Nintendo. Did you ever play Lemmings?
I've never played Lemmings.
Really?
What?
I know, isn't that?
Get the hell out of here.
I need to start.
I think that he's the majority. I think a lot of people have never heard of Lemmings.
It's such a great game.
Yeah.
I think that
most of my childhood playing that.
I think that Jim Adams and David Adams would love Lemmings.
Oh my god, it's such a good puzzle.
It sounds
such
like
a good puzzle game. It's so simple and amazing, and it gets hard really fast. It's a fun game.
Oh, you gotta think. You gotta be on your toes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Hey.
He's the gamer buff. Dolph Larson. Like, share, subscribe for more content. Dove's Digital Deep Dive, the Indie Spotlights, the Gamer Buff Podcast. That's where you're at right now. It's all at Two Hats and a Beard. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We really do, and we'll do it again in a week. Game on!
Game on.
Game on, Jimmy. Jim?